live, and I talk about random things aside from all the other stuff that I do. And I have a show called What's on E Digger's Mind, but sometimes it can't wait for that Tuesday. I mean that Wednesday, window. So I, collect my thoughts, especially if I'm in the studio and I need to say something. It's nothing to cut on the camera and talk about it. Um, so I today, good people, and first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everyone who is tuned in, everyone who is about to tune in, because I'm gonna talk about something that I saw. It's always something that I saw. But first things first, thank you for everyone who is tuned in, everyone who support, everyone who has watched a show or listened to a show on my radio station, WLEO 26.7 online radio. Anybody who watch content on Charm City Direct TV. For those who would like to, by all means, I welcome you and I thank you. You could go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch at Charm City Direct TV. You can also go to our sister station, which is WLEO 26.7 online radio, by going to the website www.wleo267onlineradio.com, or you can download the free app from Google Play, Apple App Store, and iTunes. Tune in. I need to say this. While I'm here, I'm gonna give you some updates to what's going on. The final show for Barbershop and Mike's is happening today. Like I said, all good things must come to an end. So you can check out that show today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the last show for Barbershop and Mike's podcast. So make sure you tune in, share your thoughts, share your comments, your feedback towards the show that's been around. This is like 10 episodes. 10 episodes. This is the 10th episode and um the last show that will appear on uh Charm City Direct. I'm sorry, I had to put on some chapstick. I think my lips are a little chapped. That is the last show that will appear on Charm City Direct TV. So make sure you tune in for that. Also, Think and Grow with Vet Green is tomorrow. So make sure you are tuned in for that. Another special guest will be joining her, and she is back. That's right. She is back and she is ready to work. So make sure you tune into that. Also, WLEO radio will be um, undergoing some construction. I am converting the station over to indie music. I need to say that independent music. So if you are an indie artist and you have music, send your music in MP3 format only. I am not going to Spotify. I am not going to Dat Piff. I am not going to YouTube. Music must be submitted in MP3 format only. So if I get those links from those music streaming platforms, your music will be ignored. I'm sorry. So, indie artists, if you have music, please submit your music to WLEO267 radio at gmail.com. That is, I'm going to see if I could put it in the chat. WLEO267 radio at gmail.com. So that is the email address right there. MP3, I cannot stress that enough, people. If you have music and you want your music on the station in rotation, Um, Submit your music in MP3 format only. You said, why not Spotify? Because, and the person that has asked me, that I can't see your name. The reason why I chose not to do Spotify is because I have to go find it and download it and then place it onto the station. It's too much work. As an artist, you should already have MP3 format music. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Uh so like I said, if you're an artist and you want your music on the station, please submit your music in MP3 format only to the address provided, WLEO267 radio@gmail.com. With that being said, I want to talk about a situation or a topic that has that has been uh that has been in my head for a minute. And that is black ambassadors, or black people being the spokesperson for black people. I'm gonna give you an example, and there are many. Okay, thank you. That's a fair point. Okay, whoever you are, I don't know who you are. Um, Tell me who you are, because it says anonymous Facebook user. Um, Black ambassadors, or black people being black people's spokesperson. Okay, and this comes from a live that I saw not too long ago. And it also stems from something else. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna give you an example. Steve Harvey. Those who like Steve Harvey, that's your thing. Good morning, Danielle. Okay, hey Danielle, hey, how you doing? Um, hey Danielle, thank you first of all for the comment. And the reason why I'm doing this over is because I didn't like the audio from when I did it on the other platform. And I normally use Haps on Mondays. It's just something about Haps on a Monday. I'm sorry. Um, so uh if you like Steve Harvey, that's you. If you like Steve Harvey, if you think he's funny, if you think he's informative, I need to say this. I need to say this. Steve Harvey is a great motivational speaker. I cannot lie, you know. But since when Steve Harvey became the spokesperson for black people, I'm gonna say that again for the people that need to catch up. Since when Steve Harvey, comedian, author, business owner, Steve Harvey became the spokesperson for black people. And like I said, it's not only Steve Harvey, it's many. It's many. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, uh uh Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Whoopi Goldberg. And the list goes on. The list goes on. Not saying that Whoopi does it, but why is it that celebrities think that because they have an abundance of money automatically become the spokesperson for black people? Don't we have voices? We have a mouth. I keep doing it's a habit. I keep doing it. But we have a mouth, right? And we can speak for ourselves, right? Okay. Thought so. And I come from a good place when I say this, but I can speak for myself. Mhm. I think I speak very well. If I do say most so myself, if I was looking at me on TV, or I look at myself on here all the time, and um uh if I look at myself and I say, damn, I do pretty good, minus the curse words that I drop every now and then, but I speak very well. I speak very well. And I think, I'm a pretty good judge of character. I'm a pretty good teacher. I like to inform people. Notice that I said inform. I didn't if I have to teach, I'll teach. But never did I say I was the spokesperson for black people. I don't understand that. Like, you woke up and newsflash, Steve Harvey is the spokesperson for black people. I, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not like I don't like Steve Harvey. I think if I was to ever meet Steve Harvey, I wouldn't be nasty. I damn sure wouldn't be starstruck. I'll be a little excited, you know. Hey, Mr. Harvey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. But I need to tell you, Mr. Harvey, that while you're being the spokesperson for black people, you need to look at your daughter. That's what you need to do, because your daughter is a I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it. But while you out there, telling people, black people, what they need to do, you need to look at your daughter. That's all I'm saying. Right now, she's dating who? Michael B. Jordan. Great guy. Like I said, I don't live with these people, so I don't know. They could be on camera, but behind closed doors. But you better have I don't know. But that's my thing. While you're telling me how to live my love life, you need to talk to your family. Don't worry about me. I'm good. Notice that it said I. I can't speak for America. I can't speak for the 200 billion. I don't know how many other black people is in the world. I'm just guesstimating. I can only speak for little old who e nigga. But what you need to do, reality, you know, from all the cameras, the lights, and the book signing, and the ha-has, talk to your daughter. You know, that's all I need to say. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, Steve Harvey, how, I 48 years old, me, married. I would say I am happy. I would say that my wife is happy. You, it, third marriage, third marriage. One, two, three, four. Wait a minute, one, two, three. How can you tell me anything about love and relationships when you are working on your third marriage? You know, see, that's like a pastor. Oh, come on, come on. That's like a pastor. If my pastor is preaching Sundays, my pastor is my counselor. He is my spiritual advisor. You know, but he ain't doing right in the house, his house. I'm looking at you a little side eye, Pastor. You know, I'm looking at you a little side eye. That's why I can't get with these little uh uh go tell it on the mountain TikTok pastors. Can't do it. The one, and I'm forgive me. The one that I think he has a mental problem, I don't know, but they call him Passa, like Passa, Passa. Uh, he's on TikTok all of the time. I can't get with that, and they all preach it, pastor, preach it. Yeah, mm-mm. Well, first of all, why are you on TikTok? That's one. Ain't nothing that pastor can say to me or guide me in my spiritual journey with the Lord. Get nothing, nada, zilch, zero. No, 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 no. That's what I'm saying. Like, black people feel as though that since I have money, all right, move my pinky over. Money, stardom, fame, a good rags to riches story. Like Steve Harvey has this rags to riches story. I have a rags to riches story. I grew up poor. I grew up eating collard greens for breakfast. Anybody ever eat greens for breakfast? You know what I'm saying? We didn't have electricity all of the time. You know, I have a rags to riches story to tell you, but you don't see me on here sharing my rags to riches story all the time. Good rags to riches story. He, was living in his car. He, going to the Apollo and listen. I mean, do your research. You know, and that's where a lot of black people are misconstrued because they hear that and this is automatically, it's some people out here right now who ain't it's homeless, but you don't see them on TV. I'm just saying. But who made Steve Harvey the spokesperson for Black America, Black culture? That's what I want to know. Who did that? Who signed them papers? Who sent off that memo? So that's what I mean. It's like, I can speak for myself. I speak very intelligently. I know how to hold a conversation. I know how to hold a business conversation. I know how to hold a meeting. I am a creative. I know that. Advice, maybe, you know. And that's another thing that I wanted to get say while we on this subject of black ambassadors is the fact that there's a lot of people who have knowledge. I have knowledge built up. But share your knowledge sometimes and just leave it at that. And that's why I got on here to talk about, the knowledge that you share. Knowledge is supposed to be shared. Knowledge is not to be uh shared in conceit. Meaning, yes, I have knowledge you have yet to know. I hate that. I hate that. I hate those people that have a treasure trove of knowledge and beat up on you at the same time. You ever listen to people like that? They are telling you something, but then they make you look stupid. You see what I'm saying? Or try to make you look stupid. I'm not going to say they make you look stupid. They try to make you look stupid. Like, that was the reason for this live today, good people. I saw a live, and the guy was he was in a abandoned building or something. He was fixing up the building or something, a house or something. I don't know because he never showed his face. And he was saying he was targeting the live to podcasters, and that's what I've been like heavy looking into the podcast world. And he said how to aggressively gain listeners to your podcast. And I was intrigued, so I clicked on because 95% of the time of anything that I would like to know, like to enhance, I accidentally click onto it. And that's another thing. Like when you accidentally click on something, it is meant for you to receive it. Just wanted to share that. I don't know about you, but it works for me. Like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm scrolling, boop, hit that button, and I'm engulfed. So he went on and uh he's talking about the ways that you can aggressively get listeners. But when he was doing his live, he was, you know, he was sharing the knowledge, but then it was like, you know, for example, he was saying, yeah, so, if you on Instagram, and he held up his phone, if you're on Instagram, you're supposed to have more, um, you're supposed to have less people that you're following than your followers, meaning that you could be following. Okay, so if so followers and following. Okay, 2,000 people are following you, but you're following 2,500 people. The people that you're following supposed to be less than your followers. Do y'all understand that? Okay. But how he was saying it was, yeah, y'all ain't gonna get it. Y'all ain't gonna get it. Y'all still doing the same. And then you need to post daily. Okay. I get that. I really do. But like me, I only post like once in the blue moon. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like yesterday, I had this influx of creativity out of nowhere. And I was just posting, posting, posting. That's probably the most I ever posted in a day. Will it happen tomorrow? Uh-uh. Will it happen the day after tomorrow? Uh-uh. That proves my point. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. Meaning that you can preach to me all you want, but people are going to do one or two things: listen or not listen, do it or not do it. It's the old cause and effect thing. And how you talk to people, how you interject to people, whether you are face to face with that person or you doing it in a live as a teaching mechanism, uh, you will pretty much get a greater result if you deliver your message instead of delivering your message and beating up on people. I just needed to say that because, just because you have knowledge, and we going back to celebrities, you have knowledge, you have money, you have presence, meaning you're on TV and so forth, does not necessarily mean that you speak for me. Now, I don't know about white people. I don't know about Puerto Ricans or Latinos. I'm sorry. Uh, people from out of the country. I don't know. I don't know who you know y'all talk to, but black people don't need to speak to me. I'm sorry, because your rags to riches story is the same rags to riches story that I've been hearing for years. Your wealth and how you got it does not include me, so to speak. I mean, however you got your money or your bag, that's how you got your money in your bag. And a lot of people, A lot of people look at me and they say, and I'll tell people quick, I am not fascinated by celebrities. I could give a rat's ass about Britney Spears and her family, Kanye West stalking Kim Kardashian. I put up a post yesterday about a dude who, when he have sex, he don't ejaculate. What in the blue hell have to deal with what's going on today? Kanye, you a stalker. In reality, you're a stalker. And for the life of me, and this is what I'm saying, like, reality, dude, you would have got locked up a long time ago if this was reality. This is Hollywood. Britney Spears, who cares? Dude that's holding back his ejaculations, you about to go to the clinic or the hospital. In reality, I don't care. Because 1, 2, and 3, those situations can happen to someone else in real life. The only problem is you just won't hear about it. You see how that works? Just because they're celebrities, you're gonna hear about it. Regular people, we could care less about giving your money to your dad. I'm talking about Britney Spears. Because at the end of the day, in reality, that's pretty much what goes on. We hear about stalkers. We hear about them on the news, but they get locked up. And the only reason why we're hearing about it right now from Kanye is because he got money and he's a celebrity. And the dude with the ejaculation problem, how many other guys pull out game is not up to snuff or they chose to hold that shit? And I'm just saying, like, where is that newsworthy? You know? Because while you're doing it, somebody else is doing it in reality. That's why I cannot be engulfed in celebrity news. And speaking back to this situation with Steve Harvey and black ambassadors, when? When did that happen? When did anybody green light that? So before I leave, I just want to say before you are engulfed in all of this celebrity news, all of this hoopla, just think for a minute. We got more bigger fish to fry. People right now and their families got more big things to contend with than to listen to a man who is working on his third marriage tell you how to live, love, and laugh, so to speak. That's all I need to say. And I appreciate you all for tuning in.